Welcome, brave souls who dare to step into the darkness. Before you lies. Chapter 5, deeper into the shadows, closer to the truth. John and Richard have already ventured far through the veil of oblivion, but what awaits them within the walls of the Lynch Manor may change their reality forever. Faded writings in forgotten books, blurred faces in old photographs, and, most unsettling of all, the feeling that they are not alone. Every step echoes with the whispers of the past, unwilling to be silenced. Every door they open is a risk, a glimpse into something from which there may be no return. Whoever reads these words has already become part of the story. Chapter 5. The Secrets of the Lynch Estate. The darkness inside the estate felt even denser than it had outside. Our flashlights cast long shadows on the walls, making them seem alive, breathing. The air was heavy, saturated with the scent of old wood, dampness, and something faintly bitter, like the ashes of an old fireplace. "I'm not sure we should be here," John murmured, glancing around. "This place, it's strange." I didn't answer. Something inside me stirred as well, a vague feeling that we had awakened something that was never meant to be disturbed. But at the same time, curiosity wouldn't let me turn back. We moved forward. A narrow hallway led deeper into the building, past a series of closed doors. On one of them, someone had once left scratches, deep grooves carved into the wooden surface. "Maybe just rats," I suggested, trying to ease the tension. John shot me a doubtful look but said nothing. We stopped in front of the nearest door, and after taking a deep breath, I pressed the handle. Inside was a library. Tall wooden shelves stretched up to the ceiling, crammed with books in cracked bindings. Some lay in piles on the floor as if someone had once searched through them in a hurry. I stepped closer and picked one up. The cover was worn, the title erased. When I opened it, the yellowed pages held not just words, but diagrams, notes, more like a journal than a literary work. "Look at this," I showed John the discovery. He took the book, scanning the pages. "This looks like the Lynch family's records," he muttered. "But what are they doing here? If the family abandoned the house in a hurry, why didn't they take these with them?" I looked around the room. On the desk sat an inkwell, and next to it, a quill, as if the owner had left it there only recently. "What if they never left?" I suggested. My words hung in the air. John and I stared at each other in silence until something creaked upstairs. We both flinched. I glanced in the direction of the sound, but the hallway remained empty. Wind? An old house? Or perhaps... "We should check it out," John sighed. I wasn't sure I wanted to know the answer, but our investigation had gone too far to turn back now. We slowly made our way to the staircase leading to the second floor. Each step echoed through the silence of the estate. When we reached the top, a long corridor stretched before us, lined with closed doors on both sides. A chilling tension hung in the air. "If something goes wrong, we run," John whispered. I nodded. We approached the first door. I carefully pressed the handle, and it gave way. Inside was a bedroom. Once luxurious and rich, it now looked gloomy and abandoned. A bed with a torn canopy, a mirror covered in a thick layer of dust, and on the table, scattered belongings of someone who had once lived here. John stepped to a dresser and pulled out a small box. Inside was an old photograph, the Lynch family. They looked happy in the picture, yet something about their eyes was unsettling, especially Henry Lynch. His gaze was dark, distant, as if he had seen something that should never have been seen. "We need to find the basement," I said. John looked at me anxiously. "You do realize we might find something unpleasant there?" "That's exactly why we're here," I replied. We left the room, moving further down the corridor. A few more doors led to bedrooms, offices, even a children's room with abandoned toys, but nothing that gave us more answers. At last, we found a door leading downward. A spiral staircase, creaky and unsteady, descended into the darkness. Below, the air grew heavier, thick with dampness and something else, metallic, sharp. We turned on our flashlights and stepped down. The basement was vast. Along the walls were shelves stacked with dust-covered jars, boxes, and old tools. In the corner stood a table, and on it, another book. Not like the ones we found in the library. This one was newer, as if someone had placed it here recently. I reached out and opened it. From the yellowed pages, words stared back at us, written in neat handwriting. Whoever reads this has already become part of the story. A cold draft swept through the room. John turned around, peering into the darkness. "Did you hear that?" he asked. I remained silent, feeling a chill run down my spine, because I had heard it too. A cold shiver ran down my spine as the silence of the basement deepened. The words on the page seemed to pulse in the dim light, as if whispering some long-forgotten truth. John swallowed hard, his flashlight trembling slightly in his grip. "We need to get out of here," he muttered, but neither of us moved. Something was watching us. We could feel it, and this was just the beginning. What secrets still lay hidden within the Lynch Manor? What force had left its mark on this forsaken place? One thing was certain: we had stepped onto a path we could no longer turn back from. If you're as eager as we are to uncover the truth, make sure to like this chapter, subscribe for more, and leave a comment below. What do you think is lurking in the shadows of the estate? Your theories might be closer to the truth than you think. Stay tuned. The story has only just begun.